DK into Ursuline. You can just breed fire, haha. You just sit back and farm. You're going to be in a pretty good position there for Exe. The Weaver is pretty hard for them to pin down. They don't necessarily have the best amount of chain stun, although I suppose a good Winter's Curse might be able to get the job done, along with a follow-up from Avalanche Toss Stomp. Yep.
He went the... Oh, no, okay. I was going to say, I saw him with Stepping Stone on Earth Spirit, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way you're going to take that talent. Like, there's no way. I was legitimately about to start raging on stream. But he does change to Resonance. That's fair enough.
Yeah. No way Lewis is going to grief his own team like that, right? No, he's not.
But whose idea was that? Whose idea was that? Well, what kind of facet is this?
A genius facet, Mike. Don't you dare question it. How dare you?
They haven't changed it yet either. That's what bothers me.
It's working as intended. Why change it? You just don't understand the genius in not having your rocks break on initiation, okay? You don't understand the value of being able to kick the rock instead of a hero back, alright?
That's the main issue. Then it's like, why do we have a fixed cooldown of 20 now with charges? Like, why does that make any sense?
Oh my goodness.
Just tell me why. I just don't understand. Anyway, we'll move on.
You sing the song. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartbreak, Mike.
I tell you, I really did try. We had a 2-hour break, and I said to myself, I'm going to stop complaining about Earth Spirit, because we're never going to see him picked up. And here we go. Execration, hearing my complaints, have chosen Earth Spirit against my will. And now I'm going to spend the whole game 1 complaining about how bad it is.
That's exactly what we expect coming in. I miss my Schubert, my phosphorus, so thoughtless. Don't take my Quattro. I forget what that is. I feel like I know it, but I can't translate. Quattro, I would say change, but I don't think it's change. So,
Are you Filipino, John?
Let's swap mid, says Jing.
That's fair.
Don't take my 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't take my 4, please.
Imagine that in a pub game. Like, imagine you could just recommend you just swap mids. How great would that be?
Yeah. Dino says, no, he doesn't want to. His mid is stronger. There you go. Good old Lewis. Lewis has been promising. It takes a lot of, it takes balls of stone to do that, Mike.
I see what you did there, John.
You were doing very well.
That's horrible.
I'm very proud of you.
Trust me, we've been given enough stones, Jonathan. We don't need these stupid jokes from you as well.
You don't have enough. You want more stones, right, Mike?
Well, hold on, Cuckoo. Cuckoo's gonna have to find out the hard way not to hang around that area. He does get caught. Very fire though.
Oh no!
Unfortunate. It happens. Arctic burn will wear off.
Oh, so close. It's so far. Just like 5 units away from going down instead. A nice freebie first blood coming out there. For, well, CML, not the biggest, but still a lot of utility coming out there, of course, for our Grimstroke early on. Take a look at that mid lane. You've got the good old Zeus versus Earth Spirit. This is not going to be too comfy for Lewis, despite having that gap close potential. He can smash rocks through the creep wave and farm, but you've got Static Field, you've got the Live Wire, you come closer. Lewis is half HP from like 2 right clicks and 2 spells.
Yeah.
Great balance.
Thankfully, Lewis has got his innate ability to rely on here as the Earth Spirit. John, what's the innate ability again? Oh!
Stone Raptor. Whoa!
Could have sworn we had that before the patch, Val. Doesn't seem very new to me.
I don't remember that, Mike. I don't remember Earth Spirit at all. I think this is great. They should have a facet where he has these charges on a fixed cooldown instead, and they don't break. Oh, you're telling me they already have that? Whoa! Outstanding.
Palos, a copper stun from Tino. Kuku's giving it to Shanks as well. A pretty easy lane here for both sides, I would argue, for now. I mean, Palos should really have no issues, and, well, Tino, I mean, the issues will start to come as the levels do go up, but for now, he's going to be alright.
Yeah, he's going to have to wait. Level 3 is when it's his comfiest for the DK. Maybe level 4 with a value point for Dragon Tail, so you can 2-1-1. If you manage to pick off down,
Cox still trying for more, is unable to get the double edge off, and is going to have to go for a run. Nice pickup again here for CML, finding a secondary kill already, and although the bottom lane does seem like it's a pretty kind of standard affair here for the side of Execration. Not too much to be worried about.
It is a double melee into a double ranged lane for TNC to play into. Not the easiest of times. Jing will want to just try to soak up EXP. Good D-ward as well from CML to ensure a bot can just go in and out as he would want. It's going to be a little bit challenging. You can try to intercept, of course, with your AoE stuns when you see the Shikuchi pop, but getting that timing right without vision is fairly difficult. See how much more they can get out there so far. Again, a very strong start from Execration in terms of kills. The mid lane is going to be an issue. Lewis, again, he's not really putting a stop to Yoa. He is somewhat keeping up in CS, but he's trading away like half of his HP every single time. Rune control is the one big advantage he does have, at the least, so it's going to be harder for Yoa to just get safe top-ups, especially while the creeps are chasing him, giving free vision for Lewis, but I'm not going to actually commit. He's going to be just fine. I'm wondering if the emphasis is there on mid later on to 6, around this level 6 spike that you'd expect for Lewis. If they can prioritize that and slow down the Zeus, could be one way to kind of get the ball rolling early on there for Lewis.
Oh, yeah, look, I'm not saying the Earth Spirit can't be strong early. Like, I mean, Lewis should have a pretty good time as soon as he hits level 6. It's, that... what do you call it again? The facet. The facet, Jonathan. It's not a bad facet for core Earth Spirit. You know, plus 40 damage as soon as you refresh the Magnetize with a Stone Remnant. It's pretty damn nice.
What the
And it
hell
is.
even that?
Lion gets 40 damage when he switches to the Fist of Death, Mike. It lasts 20 seconds, too.
It sure does.
Oh, and it cleaves, Mike. It cleaves.
It does cleave, Jonathan.
Actually, I wouldn't mind if they gave Earth Spirit something like that. Maybe not cleave, but maybe a longer linger duration.
You lost them at give, John. They don't give Earth Spirit anything.
Hey, they gave him rocks that don't break. You just don't pick that up, Mike. They did give you something.
I swear at one stage the rocks didn't break and they just secretly implemented that they do. We used to have a lot more rocks back in my day, John. Not so much anymore.
Steady she goes for the side of Exa. Lanes are shaping up quite nicely outside of the mid lane match, of course, for Lewis.
How much damage does Zeus do? Like,
A
Zeus
million
does
damage.
Too much damage.
Every single time he trades, it's half HP gone for Lewis. Every
Like,
single
this
time.
is my thing. Why does it work on right clicks?
I do not know. It's too much. Along with a shard. Like, I'm fine with lightning hands working as it is, but for static field now to apply on his right clicks, it's kind of ridiculous. This is really the core issue with Zeus. He nukes way too hard right now. Early on in the laning phase, like it's insane. Like at some point, you know, they did buff his right clicks. I remember a time when it's like 50, maybe even less. You had to rely on chain arc lightning, and now he has insane right click damage, 74 right now at level 5, with that great static field, plus the facet. It's way too much.
It really is. Just look at this. Like, Lewis has lost over half his HP.
Yeah, every time he comes into trade, half his HP for half mana, and that's a trade you take as a Zeus every single time.
I mean, in fairness, very nice clip
That's
as well.
fourth.
Very nice clip from Yoe. Not allowing him to force out the creep wave, and now, well, Lewis, he's probably okay, because Yoe is pretty low on mana. In fact, he has none left. But Lewis is still running. Yoe
The
is
right
still
clicks.
chasing.
One more?
And the right clicks are doing the job as Yoe
It's so
is
dumb.
not done yet. He's chasing down Lewis. Lewis is okay. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. They've got the arcade boots.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why?
Oh.
Why did Zeus work this way, man? It was already... Last patch, Zeus was already strong. He didn't need this. He didn't need bonus damage in his right clicks.
No. He didn't jump, but he got it.
He already had lightning hands. I guess thematically it makes sense, so props to Valve for sticking to the lore and the teaming of Zeus. It's just too much.
Oh, it's so stupid. Now you've got a level 6 Zeus, by the way. Lewis still at level 5. Of course, they want to start to move now that they've got Thunder God's Wrath available, but still just chill out for now. TNC in no rush. Tino trying to find a stun onto Cuckoo by the looks of it. Not going to be able to get one off, though. We'll have to just let Cuckoo walk away. Pretty quiet top lane, all things being said and done. Like, I thought that maybe there'd be a little bit more aggression here from TNC, but just sit back and continue the farm here on Palos is down at bottom lane, in fact middle lane. Lewis going to find himself in danger now. Lewis being chased by Cuckoo, not going to be able to keep up. Lewis is going to be just fine to get himself out that time around. In fact, they're even rotating CML around here on the Grimstroke. And Jing was there for a second to boot, but it seems like the supports will now back their way out of there.
Yoa just going back for the bounty.
Radiant's
Has
courier
managed to get the
has
top
been
up. He does have early mana issues, at least with the arcane boots. You know, he has some way to compensate, going for the Black Ring next for the sustain. Up top, a little bit of a chase down, but enough saves here. Oh, Lewis. Ooh.
Oh, Lewis, he misses the initial roll. It won't matter though. He'll get the magnetize off. There's your plus 40 damage here for Lewis. And Cuckoo is certainly just going to die. Shanks
Nice
will secure the kill.
Really?
I told you, they'll give us nothing, John. They give us nothing.
It's unfortunate for Lewis. Palos going for a Wisdom Rune. Steel has the timing down pat.
Radiant's middle
be able to
tower
snag one
is
away.
under attack.
So 2 going for the way of TNC.
But don't forget, that's very, very good for when you go to into Wyvern now.
Yeah.
Heaps of value. So he picks up Shanks as well on top, so even more value. Lewis getting tipped. Why is Lewis getting tipped?
Because he has to play against Zeus. I suppose
Against
that's
Zeus or as
it.
Earth Spirit, John? Is that what you're...
Both.
Look at this. Look at this. See you, Lewis.
Oh, he's gone.
You did it to yourself, Lewis. You did it to yourself.
One more. No.
Shanks will be okay. Shanks is playing a reasonable hero, John. He'll be fine.
That he is. Oh, the joys to be Zeus. To be fair, he is an Olympian god. I suppose it's just fitting in lore that the Lord of Olympus would have so much damage. Is it not right, Mike?
I mean, it's fair, Jonathan. Generally, stone doesn't conduct electricity very well, but
Who
apparently
cares?
that's not the
He
case.
has enough voltage. If you have enough voltage, any resistance doesn't matter.
Shanks about to drop here to Cuckoo. Not able to get away. Yoa's just going to be there with the Arc Lightning.
Radiant's
Meanwhile,
middle
bottom
tower
lane,
is under
Cox.
attack.
Cox is going to be alright. He'll be able to stampede his way away from the Weaver. Lewis is there, by the way, John. Lewis is going to maybe give it a crack here to try and move in onto Cox. Does land the roll.
Radiant's
TPs are incoming, but they should have enough damage surely to get the kill, and they will. But now they've lost their Weaver. Oh boy.
Bad.
They're going to try for Jing, but here comes Yoa. Yoa is a big problem. Yoa, you just cannot fight right now. Yoa will just man up every single time. His Jing will be just fine. Yoa will find no kills for his trouble, but it won't really matter. He'll get back to the fight.
And they got the big trade anyway, taking care of a bot. And the one thing with a bot is he tends to snowball from laning phase. This time around, it's a little bit slower. He's still up there in terms of net worth. That does set him back. Once he gets into power treads plus the javelin at the very least, the Weaver should feel a little bit more impactful in that kind of aggressive play. See how long that timing takes. You have the Blade Mail pickup for Lewis lined up now as well. So looking to just try to tank up and be frontline for the team with this initiation. Oh, Jing.
He's going to find Jing mid lane. Jing's actually just not going to die. That's a mid hero, by the way, John.
Radiant are
Great.
scanning.
You see, I
Good
mean,
stuff.
Jing was literally less than half HP, and just nope,
That's
not
good
enough
stuff.
damage.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of rocks, Mike. He's hitting other rocks. You know that doesn't work. They've got natural resistance to other rocks, Mike.
Here we go. Lewis is going to try again top lane. Cuckoo's an easy target. Surely we'll get Cuckoo.
Tower is under attack.
Silence is out. Kingswell is there. This should be an easy one. Cuckoo gets the cold embrace off. No problem. That's okay. He's not level 6 yet, John. It's no problem. We've got him. Here comes Palos.
It's the Tina.
Dire's top
Palos wants to try and trade. Tino might just go down for this. Lewis will roll in. Nice kick away. Is it going to matter though? Probably not. Tino is gone. And it looks like Lewis will be joining him rather soon. CML, in fact, dropping quite low himself. Meanwhile, you are still moving in as the Weaver. Maybe you find a kill onto Yoe, or maybe you don't, because he does get the kill. But it may cost his own life, as he will try to Sakuchi away, but Jing is on the chase. Densanity still moving in. Palos still trying to fight back here, saving the tiny surely. Is Densanity finally to go down. CML not out of it either. CML gonna join his teammates,
tower is under
wondering
attack.
why I joined this top gank with this mid-earth spirit rolling in. That's what he's wondering right now.
Oh god, I'm so curious about who called for the Earth Spirit. I'm wondering if Lewis himself was the one who asked for it. It's I mean, he's trying. We know. We see him trying.
It's one way to put it, John. He's trying his heart out, the poor guy.
But you know what?
And Tino's in trouble now. Tino's going to drop.
Yoa secures, as is
Very
tradition.
nice. Very nice indeed. Tino will get the tip here from Cuckoo, of course. You know we are, John. I mean, it's 6-9 at the moment. Very nice score.
Nice.
3k advantage the way of TNC Predator. And, no, I thought it was going to be a closer match, but apparently not yet. Not quite yet. Execration, they are struggling quite a bit. As mid lane,
Lewis.
Radiant's
he will get away.
tower is under
He's alright, Jonathan. Don't you worry. I don't know
made it.
why he's using voice lines. I tell you, Lewis says, it's not the time, sir.
He's feeling cheeky, you know? He's feeling cheeky. That's all it is. Get the team spirit up, get his own morale up. Every kill that's not found is a win in your book. It's got to be. As they will start to pressure in mid just a little bit, just a little bit. They don't quite have siege damage. I will have to say, I really want to mention this. Tiny with craggy exterior back, and it
How
doing
great is
damage reduction is insane. Max 50 damage reduction. It's insane. It's great. I do miss the old mini stun though. I don't know what's
need
more
the
annoying,
mini
the damage reduction or the mini stun. I think the mini
We
stun
need
is just
the
more
mini stun.
infuriating.
We
Oh,
need
I
the
miss
stun.
it so much.
When I
miss it so
saw Craggy Exterior, I'm like, if it doesn't have the stun, it's not the same.
Radiant's
It's simple
middle
as that.
tower is under
If
attack.
it doesn't have the stun, I'm not excited. And it
The
didn't
mini
have the
stun is
stun.
so bad. It's so annoying to play against. And back then, we didn't have consistent sources of break. So
Jing. Look at this. Avalanche out. And the gank has failed. The Cuckoo's here. He wants to turn.
oh,
Tino's going to show up as well. They're going to try and give this one a crack. Moving on to Yoe. This will be a great target. They'll miss the roll, and now the curse is out. Oh, no. Yoe is just fine. Here comes Palos, although they are going to lose Jing at the very least, so they do get themselves a tiny. They want more, though. They'll refresh the Magnetize again.
Dire's
TNC, they might have to really consider whether they want to keep this fight going. Yoe's going to reveal himself. Den's losing half his HP to Yoe already. We'll have to time-lapse that damage off. Tino,
Oh.
they're going to try and move it onto Cuckoo. They'll try for the Wyvern. The egg is down, but the Thunder God's wrapped from Yoe. Just completely annihilating Lewis. And they've got to run. I mean, Execration, there's no fight to be had here. You
No.
traded Cuckoo for an Earth Spirit.
they dropped Egg as well. Shanks, it was a pretty decent angle, but not quite close enough. Was playing it a little bit safe with positioning. Doesn't manage to really get coverage over the fight area. That should open up the siege onto the mid. Cox already showing up. Triple bracers we tend to see with a blade mail on the Centaur. Going for the blink next. And with a mid tier 1 cleared up, it just provides a lot of angles for TNC to keep this invasion into the triangle, into the bot jungle a little bit. More consistently, they already have Ward. Watching that bot jungle area ramp, they're already getting that invasion going as well. Yoe feeling extra confident with that phylactery, does have sustain, and does have an Invis rune bottled up just in case he needs it. And this is the point where the game starts to get really scary to play into TNC. Right, like you've got this timing with Shard Manta lined up for Yoe. You've got Palos, who is building up. He's got the Battle Fury. He can clear out camps and creepways super quick, going for the Blink BKB. Roshan's going to be an option for TNC after taking a good fight. Like, the game is opening up in a lot more ways than it is right now for Execration, where they're lacking the Mage Slayer for Tino, they're lacking the Blink just yet on the DK. There's literally no item progression on Lewis. Speaking of...
Lewis. 0-4 to 6. John, I mean, you did tell me I had to keep an eye on this guy. Palos will give the tip over again to Lewis. And
Radiant's courier has
Hey,
I'm
hey,
going to
hey.
be, again, in defense of Lewis, he is playing a
He's
trash
playing
hero.
Earth Spirit. Yeah.
He's playing Earth Spirit. That's his defense.
I'm just worried if Lewis called for the Earth Spirit as a counter to Zeus.
He may
I'm
have lost
very
his
worried
mind
if
for a
he's the
moment.
one. If he's the one who called for it, I'm just like, yeah, well, Lewis, unfortunately, you're rocks. It's stone, you know.
Yeah.
Apparently, lightning beats stone now, Lewis. It's very high voltage.
Yeah, why can't you be like your cousin Jing? Jing's just having a great old time.
Yeah,
Nobody-
need
yeah.
a better rock, a tiny.
Smoke is there. Lewis will just take the mid creep wave. Meanwhile, Cuckoo's actually pinging him out. In fact, never mind, that's not Cuckoo. was actually Tino on the Dragon Knight saying,
Radiant
let's go,
has
I don't want to see my Earth Spirit farming. Or we're smoked up, and sadly the wards are going down, but they're not really fighting anything.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming out of this smoke, Jonathan. Nothing.
That was an interesting one from Lewis. He was in the smoke, broke the smoke to farm, and then
Yep.
nothing happens from the smoke. Maybe a little bit out of sync here on Execration's end. Maybe a bit jolted from the
He's
Zeus.
desperate right now, John.
That
He's
he
less
is.
than
And
5k net worth on a mid Earth Spirit, John. What do you expect?
Hey, at least he has his blade mail flying out now, going for Sanjin Yasha. Good old SNY. Smoke out from TNC. Might find more success with his blink timing up on Cox. Do have some good forward vision here as well. But there are no heroes hanging around here, at least,
Dire's
so
bottom tower
losses
is
for
under
Execration
attack.
shouldn't amount to anything. They will
Radiant's
find a
top
free
tower is
top
under
tier
attack.
1. With Palace just sieging away, and they could possibly just go Roshan after that tier 1. Topside Rosh, no easy access point without the tier 1 top.
Dire's bottom
Nice and
tower
secure
is
for
under
Palos,
attack.
who does want that safe objective.
Radiant's top tower has
So far,
fallen.
TNC seems more interested in just soaking up more farm space. And they see Lewis.
They do. Lewis is going to be okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
See the disparity in the
Radiant's
levels as
top
well, and it
tower
might
is
just go
under
back to the
attack.
Wyvern pick and the fact that they found both Wisdom Runes, but it does make life hard when all the cores are just outscaling you in XP by a mile.
Oh yeah. It's not a particularly fun feeling. They are trying to
They're trying to
retake their
Palace.
triangle.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get there, but I think Lewis needs to get the hell out.
Oh! Goodbye.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Oh, boy.
attack.
The better stone.
The better stuff. And in fairness to him,
Dire's
like, he
bottom
has
tower
no
has
game.
fallen.
Like, this is
No,
this
no.
is as desperate as you get as Earth Spirit. Like, there's nothing he can do now. Tino?
Tino!
Like, this is the problem with the hero, right? If you have a bad game,
Radiant's middle
there's
tower
literally
is under
nothing to be
attack.
done now. Like, there's no comeback to be had for this mid Earth Spirit. He's just dead.
Jinx still going
Jinx?
for it as well. Holy crap.
Yeah. Then Xanity, trying to run, is still dusted up. Tree Toss is going to be there. Still going to look towards Yoe, who will heavily jump away. And there's Cuckoo
Oh.
with the curse to lock down the Weaver, but it's not going to be for too long. Meanwhile, Jing in the back is getting caught out. Roll will connect. They should have their way with Jing, but here comes Palos. Then Xanity trying to get away, but Palos will just chase him down. No blink available right now, but Yoe
Oh.
might just have the damage, but no. Not quite enough.
Not quite, but enough to open up the
Radiant's
siege
top
onto the
tower
tier 2 if
is
they
under
want to
attack.
fully commit. It's a trade you take as Execration, considering how far behind you are. Finding Jing at this point is... It's a nice thing to find, again, considering how slow this game is for
Radiant's
Exe.
middle tower
But
is under
TNC,
attack.
it's not going to dissuade him. Again, they still have options for Roshan. They still have options for just a slow and steady poke on the tier 2s. There's really not much holding them back. Heck, even Palos is just lacking the Ogre Axe for the full BKB. So pinning down that Ursa is going to be harder.
Let's try for the Centaur instead. Cox is a pretty tanky boy, but he is slowly dropping. Still a huge avalanche from the tiny Jing, and now Cox finally goes down. But what's it going to cost Execration? Seems like the answer is going to be quite a lot. They will lose Tino and Lewis, and the chase is still ongoing. They want CML to boot. They've got it. Palace now godlike on the Ursa. And that mid T2 tower looking just tastier and tastier as time goes on.
That it is. I really love that they brought back the Ursa Innate, the Maul. I swear that's like Dota 1, early Dota 2 Ursa, right? Where percent
It
HP.
was.
I love it. I remember the days of
Radiant's
like
middle
2
tower
hearts on
is under
Ursa.
attack.
Not recommendable, but you know, that's the way we used to play back in the day. That's a good old build. I don't know, it just makes me nostalgic, you know, Mike? For the good old days.
Bring me back to my double Vanguard Axe, John. Jing, top lane. Actually going to make it away by the looks of it. The Stampede going to be more than enough.
What a spell.
Radiant are scanning.
Great spell. You just don't have the hold on Exa.
Then?
They theoretically have some chase.
Then Xanity, he's going to try for boss coup. He does have Palos around the corner trying to make his way over. There's your curse out. The Gleipnir going to lock him down. Boss coup will drop. Palos still trying to move his way up, but you don't really have any lockdown here as the Ursa, so you're just going to have to try and rely on all the damage output, and that's not going to be enough. And the thing is, Palos is huge, though.
He is.
Dire's structures
He
are
has way too
fortified.
much. With a full BKB up. Again, take the Tormentor for themselves here, get the shard for Lewis. And that's something. You can pull back allies, I suppose. A little bit of save for Lewis here.
I wondered if this might set.
It's very funny, John.
What? He's got the pullbacks. It's something. It's better than nothing.
Yeah. It's nothing, John. Trust me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Danzanity, a bit of danger again. Palos just kind of stalking him right now. Will force the Weaver away once again.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hanging around mid lane here is
Radiant
TNC.
structures are
In
fortified.
fact, make that top lane now. They're looking towards Tino. Tino, they're going to go for the stun beforehand. As there's your pullback. Lewis trying to save Tino's life. Here comes the Stampede, and here comes the Cavalry. They're going to try and go up the open. What a curse. Cuckoo. He'll lock down 3 of them. This does not look like the fight Execration wanted, as they'll lose Tino. Can they at least get everyone else out of there? The answer is looking like it's probably no, as CML will drop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And now onto the T2 top tower they go.
Yep, not going to take too long. Again, they've got the full BKB still up for Palos. Hasn't used the charge just yet. Towers will just fall. They are trying to cut creep waves, but a bot gets spotted out and gets taken away by Jing. Now I remember when we were casting some of those when me and I was hanging out with Armel casting some of those qualifiers, and they sang praises to the hill for Abad.
Radiant's middle
And you know,
tower
the,
is under attack.
Darling guys were singing praises as well for Abad, and here they are crushing him.
Radiant's middle
It's all a
tower
ploy,
has
Mike.
fallen.
It's the mind games of Godfather Cuckoo. He brings you up, and he can bring you down.
Godfather. When
That's
did
what they
that
call him.
happen?
The Filipino
Godfather
Godfather. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the mastermind. He's the mafia leader. He's the boss. It's all according to his plan.
It certainly is.
Just like the Venomancer picks.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Venomancer from Cuckoo yet.
He's controlled himself, Mike. He's learned.
But it's the one patch he can actually pick it and not get made fun of. You know, like this, he can finally laugh at people like Lewis for picking Earthsmith, and he can play Cuckoo Mancer whenever he wants.
I will only approve the Cuckoo Mancer if he gets Plague Carrier, not the Noxious Plague one. I want to see the wards on someone's head, please, please.
Play it safe and retreat. He still has 2 minutes on the Aegis, so he can play risky if he wants, but the rest of his team just aren't nearby.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
We do find Lewis's courier, so there goes your Eternal Shroud now. Not going to be available for... speaking
Oh,
of
Lewis! No.
Lewis has had his TP cancelled.
Oh no.
And
Jing's
gonna
just
bully
keeping
him.
him here. Jing's like, I'm the better rock.
This is a possible tiny against the position 2 Earth Spirit we were just watching. Notice how Lewis did not want... He didn't even want to try to kill the Tiny John. Because he knows he can't. He knows he can't.
He just can't. He just can't right now. With all the armor plus Craggy,
No,
4%
that's
damage
not why.
reduction, and no damage, of course. Of course. You know what Lewis really needs? A Dagon 5. You see, Mike? You just need to think outside the box. No damage, Dagon 5. Then you have damage.
I think he actually just needs a BKB right now to be able to stay in the fights.
Would help. But you could get an Eternal Shroud out first when the courier respawns. I do agree though. I don't think the SNY is going to do as much as a BKB would. But even then, with a BKB, I don't know if that's going to make that much of a difference anyhow.
Oh, Palos, just not leaving Lewis alone. It's understandable, Palos. There you go, onto the tier 3 mid tower.
Radiant's middle tower.
I actually
is
do
under
like that That effect with the whole the healing converting to mana with the cold embrace, it's pretty nice.
It is. Especially when you have a Zeus on hand. There's a lot of utility. Just gonna heal up Talos, keep the siege going.
It's quite literally a constant reset. Like he just. No, I'm not sure if Palos wanted to actually die there. His Aegis is about to expire, but they'll jump in bottom lane instead, finding themselves. Lewis, no, sir. He'll roll away, but it's still not looking good as Palos is waiting right there. CML is gone. Palos on a double kill. The man's 12-0-2, John. He's godlike on this Ursa at this point.
He is.
Dire's middle tower has
My
fallen.
question in my mind is, when do you call it?
10 minutes ago is the answer, John.
Is under attack.
Insanity. Getting caught out. Very nice
goodbye,
curse there.
Abad.
Cuckoo.
Yo, I tried to steal it still over the Thunder Gods. Yeah, I think maybe a 16-minute GG out would have been too soon, but 27 starting to feel a little bit late.
You say that, John. I'm pretty sure they could have called it 16. Toss back is there from Jing. They've taken down CML. At least they do find Jing, and they're going to buy back. One last attempt.
Oh!
It's Cuckoo. He will die to the Sunray. But here comes Lewis to make up for it. John Lewis is gone. Your Sunray and your egg has been committed. Tino's trying for a stun. He does eventually find one on Palos, but it's not going to matter. He'll just turn around now onto the Dragon Knight. Tino will just melt to the damage of Palos.
Radiant's middle barracks
At the very least, I mean, they might save themselves this mid-racks because the Ursa's not too confident with that low HP pool. Backdoor protection's going to kick in as well. Here comes the creep wave, and I mean, never mind. They've got a Zeus. Who am I kidding?
Yeah,
We'll get it done.
They have the right click. It's so funny to me nowadays, you know. I know we've had the Zeus be play aggressive for a while, but got a good setup.
It is a nice setup. Stampede has been used. Palos is moving in, but they do take down Yoe. That's a huge kill here for the Weaver. And that'll be enough. Because Jing's incoming. Den in trouble. Lewis is going to roll to try and help out. Jing dropping low, but now that curse! Cuckoo once again. Densanity forced to run. Maybe they can at least find Jing. Lewis in the meantime trying to finish off Jing on the Tiny. The cold embrace heals are a bit too much, and Jing actually just tosses him away with the avalanche. Meanwhile, Densanity still moving too far forward. In comes Tino though. They'll get the Ursa. They have got the Ursa. That was his first death of the game. 14-1-5. They're making the comeback happen. It's Cox. He's going to find Lewis. Cox is gone.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's coming together, Execration. You see, that's why you don't call it at 16 minutes, Mike. Anything can happen. It's Dota 2. You can fight back and get a 6k gold swing. Jesus Christ. Holy crap, TNC.
You were doing
Guess that's
very
one
well.
aspect of TNC that doesn't leave as well, eh?
Very well.
The good old
Very
gold
proud
swings.
of you.
Still there. It's been
The
there
thing is-
since.
The thing is, Palos has now got a full Abyssal Blade up. So if you're, like, this Weaver's just not going to be able to tank any of the damage. It's like, it's going to be pretty hard for him to survive that initial stun.
It would be. I think it does give way more play, and again, there's still some time till Roche, 2.5 minutes. TNC can look to pick that up first before attempting the high ground once more. At the very least, mid will just constantly shove in over the melee racks gone, so you do have that going for you here. And they do have control of the map. They do have good vision set up. There is some forward vision from Execration up in the top jungle. It's quite far for them to play with, although
Cuckoo should just be dying, but they do pop a Stampede. But Den's got the Curse out, or rather he's got the Leipnir out. Jing going to be around to save as well. The Weaver actually can't get the job done. So the Stampede plus the Curse is going to be enough to buy him time to walk away. Bit demoralizing for the Weaver, but at least I suppose at least, you know, Stampede's down for 70.
yeah, it's not the biggest committal here from the side of TNC. You're more than happy to trade that to have uptime on your Winter Wyvern. They will try for another smoke out. They know Curse is down as well for less than a minute. They have a very narrow window to maximize that. They need to capitalize, and this amplified damage beam could help them out if they manage to siege it, but looks like Yoa should be able to pick it up no problem.
May cost him. Yoe still going to heavily jump onto the high ground. Has his BKB as well, so will be forced to use it straight off the bat. At least, again, you got the BKB usage out of the Zeus now. He literally just picked that up. But, I mean, there's still a group up here from TNC. They might just smoke and go again. Roshan's up in a minute to boot. It's going to be another 5-man smoke from Execration now. TNC have used the twin gates to go up towards the top lane. Or at least Palos and Jing have.
Radiant are
Meanwhile, the
scanning.
rest of Execration, they're still having a look around to see if they can find themselves a target. Thunder God's Wrath is going to give away the fact that they are all smoked up, and they will all just TP back towards the bottom lane.
They've set up for Roche quite nicely here on TNC, but they want to force this fight outside first. Cox taking point. And get a good jump for the strat here.
And jump is there, Tino. We'll give it a crack. Cox way too tanky. Will be just fine, as now Lewis looking for the backsides, has found himself Jing on the tiny. Problem is Palos has jumped in right onto the Earth Spirit. That is Lewis already gone. At least they might be able to find Cox, but Cox is being built up here by Cuckoo. He does finally drop them. They do get the Centaur kill, but it costs them their mid-Earth Spirit. As now Yo is moving in. On a Shanks that'll force out the egg. Palos immediately looking to burst it down, does do so. The egg is gone. The curse is out. They've caught the Weaver. They'll focus down Tino first, though Tino trying to man up, but can't do it. He will go down, as so will CMO by the looks of it. Insanity still trying his absolute best, but can do nothing. A full team wipe now for TNC Predator.
And that opens up the Roshan quite safely for TNC if they want. It does look like they want to just keep the push going. Not even feeling like they need the Aegis, which is a fair sentiment for TNC to have. Right onto the high ground.
Radiant's middle
Execration
barracks are
respawns
under
aren't too
attack.
far off. At the very least outside of a bot.
Radiant's middle
on that
barracks
Weaver.
has fallen.
So they should be able to come in, try to rally up the defense. Without the egg, it can be a little bit tougher though.
Oh, Lewis gets caught. He'll use up himself. Be
Radiant's
okay.
bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, though, the bottom rack's going down practically for free, of course, to Palos. There's just nobody to contest.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
TNC, they will play it safe now that they do have 4 heroes back up. Roshan is still there to play for, of course. That's going to be the objective they do rush for now on the side of TNC. And well, it's up to Execration as to whether they believe they can actually try and fight back against this Roshan attempt. I dare say they probably can.
Yeah, probably not.
Radiant
I
are
don't
scanning.
think I don't think them taking this fight without egg is advisable. Roche falls way too fast as well. Look at how much damage Palos does. The Roar does come out, and they are smoked up in Execration. See if they find the angle in. Perhaps Lewis could try for a steal, but it does feel like they are a little bit too far out. So second Aegis plus Banner coming out of TNC. Instant smoke out as well. Not the comfiest for Exa, already backing off. And again, with Banner, should simplify the siege onto the high ground. The invulnerability for the creeps is going to play a big part. Just maintaining that siege. I don't know how much play Exa has left. I guess the biggest play is a good kickback on Lewis. Try to isolate, but it feels like a stretch to expect that with all the BKBs up and available on the side of TNC.
Well, CML gonna get caught immediately here by Jing. We'll just get annihilated. Bottom rack's not gonna be lasting long whatsoever here. TNC Predator's gonna make very short work of it. Yeah, you do have a Bard pushing out the top wave as the Weavers, so you at least are lacking a bit of a creep wave here for TNC to try for the top racks, but at the same time, they've got a creep wave through the bottom and middle lane, so they've still got time to get through that tier 3 tower. Meanwhile, the Weaver's courier, it's alright, he already found the Daedalus, it's no problem.
Radiant's courier has been
Still
killed.
finds Courier for a little bit more gold on TNC's end. One last set of racks here for Execration to hang on to. They've got the full Ags as well on Oscar of all things. So he does have just the extended Arctic Burn to reach from a mile away. Find themselves a nice Torm. Oh, everyone has their shard, so just a little bit of more gold flow through. Exa, this is going to be their last stand on this Rax. Has to be a good setup with a good egg from Shanks. We've seen the damage that this Sunray does at the max range with a facet. It is quite a fair bit with a hotspot. So they just kind of need to try to play around this distancing that the egg requires to maximize that. We'll see if that's something TNC fails to respect. But so far, no fear in the world. 3 minutes left in the Aegis. Again, one last set of racks to find. And the onus is on Execration to make something happen. Because these racks will just get taken no matter what. You have to make this fight work in your favor while they're up.
going to roll in pretty early on here with Lewis. And Lewis, I mean, he's going to be so careful here, Lewis. He'll try onto the Ursa. Maybe they can get him the first time, but Palos popped his own BKB. Still needs to run those. Soulbind going to lock him down, but the curse is out now from Cuckoo. That finds 2 targets. CML dropping pretty darn low. Meanwhile, Lewis getting tossed right back into Palos. They do at least find the Ursa, but Lewis is going to lose his own life. He'll bite back. Maybe they can take the fight. Maybe this is the one they needed. They'll move in on the Cox. Lewis jumping in again. But Yoe is there along with Palos. Lewis has died back. It just happens that quickly. It's Palos now on to more. They'll find Tino. They'll find a bum. They call the GG. I mean, it looked good for a moment. You know, they got the first life from the Ursa. I thought maybe there's a chance. Sadly, not quite.
Not quite. And it's a great showing coming out from TNC again. Managing to get themselves some of these